What's up, y'all? It's Jase here, and welcome to the four, fourth episode of In My Business. Look, let me just take these out so I can see y'all a little bit better. I know y'all thought I was gone, but I'm back and better than ever. In my business, thank you all for the support. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. I want to hear what you want me to talk about, honestly. And also, give some little banter in the comment section so I can bring it up in the video, call y'all out, put y'all on blast a little bit, but who knows where it's gonna go. You gotta comment first. But, I did miss last week and I'm definitely sorry. I could have communicated that to you guys better. I can't talk today either. But I had to take a break. It was a lot going on in the week. I was trying to film. It started to become a little stressful. And I said that, when it became stressful and it wasn't fun anymore, that I would, take a break. A break doesn't mean giving up. Back at it this week, episode 4 in my business. So we do have a little business to talk about. I do want to cover the topic of Brittany Griner. As you know, I did cover that in my last episode, and I just wanted to kind of bring it around full circle 360, 180 moment. I don't know. You guys tell me which one it is. But the last time I brought it up, Brittany Griner is a basketball player. She played overseas in Russia. She had vape pen or hash or hashish oils found in the airport in Russia. And if you guys, just hear some explosions in the back, it's not Russia coming after me. I told them I wasn't coming for them, so don't send for me. And they didn't, but it is 4th of July. I don't celebrate that day. Just make sure y'all know I celebrated Juneteenth, where I got this lovely shirt. Every nigga is a star. You can visit their Instagram, Every Nigga is a Star, or the creator, 6Sev, like 6 and 7. He is known as the mayor of Leimert Park. This is dope. I love it. Thank you. I just had to point that out because this is a black-owned brand, black-owned business. But getting back, got sidetracked to the topic. She was found with the vape pen, hash, whatever you want to call it, and she has basically been detained and arrested in Russia. 2 weeks ago, it was over 117 days. That was 2 weeks ago, so she's still locked up. Add 14 days to that. And so she was trending this week. I am so grateful that she was trending. There's an outpour of love, tweets, retweets, support to get her home because it's a ridiculous time, especially being at war, but also I don't know this personally, but it's a crazy time, honestly, being a black woman. And, it's just an unfortunate situation. And my heart goes out to her. I'm praying for her, her wife, her family, her friends, her teammates. Because also, like I said, she's a basketball player. Her team, the Phoenix Mercury, they're hosting a rally to bring her home. So definitely research into that if you want to support bringing a black woman back to America, her home, where she is from, where she deserves to be. Because it's just ridiculous. Look that up. Phoenix Mercury basketball team. They're hosting a rally. I'm not sure if that's, signing a petition or financial, but in whatever way you can, even just a retweet, that costs nothing. Let's just show the support and get her home. Because if it was you, I want to get you home too. So, just stepping in and out of that, we do heavy topics. We jump in, we jump out. Y'all, have y'all been pulling up to P Valley? I've been on the Dirty Dozens tour. I don't know about y'all. I've been on that tour, and let me tell you, I told y'all, it's the meat locker. Once again, as you all know, please drink or partake responsibly. But don't have me out here drinking by myself because I'll be looking a fool. But I've been pulling up to P Valley with my folks with my drop top, top down, letting my hair, just blow in the wind. Speaking of hair, shout out to, my hairstylist, Jase Effu, on the ones and twos. Yeah, I did not want to do my hair. I'm sorry, I didn't want to film because my hair wasn't done. I needed to braid it or I wanted to braid it. But, it just it just gets away from you. And it's so tedious. I don't want to do it. Can somebody do my hair for me for free? I don't want to come blow dried. I don't want to come washed. I don't want to come stretched out. I don't want to come dandruff free. I don't want to come conditioned. I need you to do all of that. Like, I don't got kids either. I don't think I'm gonna be late, so y'all can avoid charging me those fees. But I almost did not want to film today, and I had to throw my afro puffs up and say, "Fuck it," and film it because that's what you got to do. Even when you don't feel great, look great, sometimes you got to go against the grain and do it anyway. So back to P Valley. I know this. Listen, just bear with me. It's in my business, and we are in my business, which is all over the place. Okay, okay. It has turned into the meat locker. There has been meat shown in every episode. I'm just not sure. I mean, I was gonna say I'm not sure of how I feel about it, but I'm sure y'all know how I feel about it. I don't feel no type of way. But it was, I thought we was. Did they hire male strippers? Why didn't I get a call for the audition? You don't think I can be a gigolo? I'm a gigolo, spending lots of dough. Like, I couldn't I could do pole tricks too if you want me to. But if you just need me to, sit there, have my meat out, I had to discuss it with a few people first, but I definitely should have got that call, I'm light skinned. But this last episode, which I think it was episode 5, White Nights. M-I, crooked letter I, crooked letter I, humpback, Keyshawn's episode. And let me tell y'all, I don't know if, okay, so I like the episode as a whole, but I just don't know a whole entire episode on Keyshawn. Like, I want to still have the Mercedes experience. I wanted to see Uncle Clifford twisting and turning on the pole. I wanted to see Grandma Honorstein. She the best glam team in the States. How you gonna leave her off? We don't know what's going on with the race, the mayor election. Is Uncle Clifford gonna run or not? Like, I'm just trying to get to where it was important, you know. But I will say, Keyshawn's story, I think, highlights on a lot of things, a lot of prevalent topics within our community and outside of our community as well. And, there's colorism, there is, the light skin, dark skin, there is blending families, when, you go into a family and you have step siblings or stepmother, father, whatever the case is, what that blending looks like. You also got the white knight, your savior. So, when your whole life is just falling apart, when your whole life is just, whoo, when your whole life is just falling apart and you just got a white knight coming in to save the day and you're blinded by, it's kind of like the honeymoon phase. Everything is good. He can do no wrong. Even though the red flags are right there dead in your face, you're ignoring them because you're not being directly affected by them. Like, it's kind of like an indirect thing. Like, so those were definitely great subjects and great topics to bring up. I think it was great points to point out. You know what I'm saying? She had her fairy godmother when she went on her own, debut. Where was they at? In the ATL? The ATZ? ATLian? I don't know. I'm not from Atlanta. Don't come for me, people. Please don't. Um, but she had her favorite godmother, Jocelyn Hernandez. You wanna ride it, baby? You wanna ride it, baby? You wanna ride it, baby? You wanna ride it? I wanna ride. I wanna ride. Why they have Mercedes on the horse? That was the perfect opportunity for Mercedes to, she tried to do it for a second time. So, third time's a charm, maybe. Maybe the crowd would have went wild. But then she had her fairy godmother. This was at the Legends Ball that was put on for Keyshawn, Miss Mississippi. And it was actually dope, pretty dope to see. They had some legends from the dance scene in the building. They had Jocelyn, of course. They had Jessica Dime. Shout out Memphis. Memphis is on. Dime Piece. And they also had Miami Tip. Shout out to my last episode and the last episode of P Valley that I reviewed when Mercedes fell off the pole. I shouted out Miami Tip because I knew her story and I knew that happened to her. And then a couple episodes later, she is at the Legends Ball because she is a legend in the game. So, you know what I'm saying? P Valley, Katori Hall, apparently we here. So you need to hire me on your team in front and behind the camera. Oh, sorry. I just linked the child. If you ain't watched it, you got to get on it. You don't know it. You don't know it. But yeah, so, but also, even with Homeboy, listen, it doesn't matter where you at. If you in Mississippi, if you in Memphis, if you in Atlanta, if you in Louisiana, LA, Hollywood, New York, fucking England, it doesn't matter. The industry is the industry. I think that my nine was wrong. Let's just have a moment of silence. Keyshawn's manager. Mm, 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 mm. That was a fuck nigga. A fuck boy. And so many times. A F boy. So I can, put this on social media and it not getting taken down. I put this clip. He's an F boy. So that was real messed up. But also, it I know people, starving artists, aspiring artists, dreamers, whatever you want to call it, to be in the entertainment industry. I know it seems kind of far fetched because you see it on TV, but that happens more often than you think. It happens more often than not. People will, play nice, play like, they professional just to get along and just to get you into a certain situation, environment, or predicament to where they feel they feel like they're your white knight. And so in that case, with Keyshawn and her manager, like, he had been professional all this time. He had been getting her all this cash, booking her all these deals. And, she about to go to a party and she go deliver him, I guess, his cut of the money. And he assaults her immediately. He assaults her by not being dressed. He assaults her by even testing the waters with her because she's never given him any type of inkling that she wants him. But then just because also of her profession and her career, she's a stripper, she's a dancer. Jocelyn said, they ain't gonna never let you forget that you a hoe. So in her mind, she was a hoe. And because of her profession, he thought that, oh, she gonna give me some. And just a little insight to, how niggas think, because I'm a nigga. And this ain't every nigga, but, it's like, if she, you know what I'm saying, she a stripper, she a dancer, she a hoe, whatever. She dancing in front of these other niggas, and shit, they don't even look like me. I look better than them niggas, and I got my shit together. I got money. I'm managing folks. I'm bringing in money for them. I'm, doing shit legitimately, as you would think. And so you think he thought he was top choice. He was priority. He was going. It was guaranteed. It was gonna be a given. Fuck no. And this is just like, when it comes to straight niggas and gay niggas. Like, just because you straight and you may be around a gay nigga does not mean that gay nigga wants you. Hell, it's bitches that barely want you. So why would this gay nigga all of a sudden just want you? So that was fucked up. It was fucked up. It was crazy. It was definitely great TV, but also great conversation for you to have with, your friends, your family, your book club, your movie club, your TV club, whatever, the club. If you can't go to Bella Noche, then why the fuck can you go? You know what I'm saying? So just make sure y'all pull up to P Valley next week. I guess we may be continuing the Dirty Dozens tour. Maybe. Maybe not. Is Uncle Cliff gonna come in and be the white knight? But black? The black white knight? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Geesh, Louise. I'm gonna bring this topic up next. Just because I don't want to end it on no bad note or no heavy topic or anything. But I also feel like, coming out of the review that I just did and, the topics of the review, it's important. Roe versus Wade has been overturned. Just in case you didn't hear me. Roe versus Wade has been overturned. What kind of bullshit is I don't know what world we're living in or coming to, but why do men, but men, think it's okay to make decisions, make rulings, and force women to do things with their bodies, to force women to not choose, basically. Roe versus Wade is basically the woman's right to choose. And when I say choose, this is pro life or pro choice. You are taking away a woman's right to choose as a man, as a group of men, when you have not the first inkling of what it's like to be a woman. I don't even know what it's like to be a woman. And I'm not over here trying to make decisions for women, trying to force any type of my opinion or my thoughts on a woman, because women are human, and just like, everybody else in this country, allegedly, we're supposed to be the land of the free. And that's not free. That's not freedom. You came out of a woman, so how are you going to make decisions for women? I don't even know. I truly don't even know. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? It it is not a funny situation. I just had a clip to play in my head. Patrice Woodbine, and she was like, "I know y'all are angry. Let the rage and blood filled the streets or something like that. And that's what played in my head. And that's how I feel. Like, you know what I mean? They're not going to understand until, the streets are literally filled with blood. And this is going to be on their hands. And it's an unfortunate situation, but what choices do you leave us? And, when I say us, I just mean my community. I don't mean as a woman. I mean my community because you know what I'm saying. The other races and cultures will even find a way because black people as a whole we're resilient, but we are always getting pushed back. Like there's no way for us to get ahead. It seems like, and so what choice do you leave us, honestly? Because I'm gonna stick by my black sister. But also, this isn't just a race thing. It's a gender war. It's a humanity war. Like it's all of it. So we back in the 50s, 40s, 30s, 20s. Where you want to go? What time? What time? This is the. I wish I had a time machine. This is the time machine. So sorry, that was just harsh and straight to the point and got in and got out, but those are my legitimate feelings on it. And fuck these folks who trying to push rights in your life on your life that don't align with what you believe in. That's all I got to say. Fuck them. Fuck them. Up the ass. Whew. So, listen. As I close out, I gotta do this for the culture. They did it. They did it for the culture. So why I gotta talk about it for the culture? And we talking about verses and the pre-verses, or was it just one verses? Hold on. Was it one verses or two or eight, nine? How many artists was it? Whose verses was it? I thought it was Mario's and Omarion's, but then you had Bobby Valentino, you had Sammy, you had Ray J, you had Pleasure P, you had Tank come on stage. Like, who was against who? And then even in the pre-verses with Ray J and Pleasure P and Sammy and Bobby Valentino, what teams were they on? It was just a free fall. Every man for himself. Just grab the mic and go for it. Oh, girl, when I like it was literally a free fall. I was just like, okay. I was confused on who versus it was, but honestly, if you have not watched it, it is 4 hours long. Well, 4 hours and some change. I had to break it up into a few days. I'm glad I didn't watch it live with y'all motherfuckers because y'all some real fans. I'm not. I had to fast forward. I had to break it down into 2 days, the pre-verses and the verses, because it was just a lot. But also, it was entertainment for my generation, and I'd say, the generations a little before me. I feel like it was a great, throwback Thursday. Excuse me. It was a great throwback for us, and it was just feel good music. Now, the part that I didn't enjoy, the vocals. That should have just let them tracks play, but then it wouldn't have been as entertaining because I did not know what was going on up there half the time. Did you? I didn't. But when they got to the mic, listen, okay. Who we gonna say? Who won the pre-verses to y'all? I personally feel like it was a tie. Sammy and Pleasure P. Y'all tied neck and neck. Bobby Valentino, slow down with them vocals, yeah, yeah. Sammy, I will say them runs, just what I will say, just practice them cleaner. Like you can land them, you can stick them, but they were a little questionable. Pleasure P, you sounded pretty decent. Like you sounded like the records for the most part. Um, Ray J, we know it was your son's fault. Uh, he said it. Okay. Children off limits, but I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, no listen. I don't look. They are precious children. They are precious children. I'm not talking about. Listen, Ray J is the one that said that he was holding his son. He missed a couple of notes. He missed a couple landings. He missed a couple of runs because he was holding his son and screaming and you know, till my baby's born, till my baby's born, till my baby's born. Yo, sing, come on, till my baby's born, till my baby's born. And then Bobby Valentino, I don't know what this was. Oh, was it? Was he trying to mimic Bow Wow when Bow Wow was like this at the verses? But he did this. He kept turning to the side at the end of his songs when he was just holding whatever note on whatever key that was. What was that? I don't know. But I just got a question. It was a lot of dancing. It was a lot of dancing. And moving to the real verses, it was a lot of dancing. And overall, with the whole entire pre-verses and verses, did they leave their vocals at dance rehearsal? Because it looks like, they got the steps and the movements, but their vocals were back in the studio on the practice stage, ready to battle. I don't know. Not sure what was really going on there, but as far as the real verses go, it was a lot of tension on stage, even in the pre-verses. It was a lot of tension, and I did not understand where that came from. But, niggas gonna be nigging. Like, that's all I got to say. Niggas gonna be nigging. And, it was 83 million songs, but it was great. Like, I ain't gonna lie. It was great for my generation and those who could relate to these songs because I enjoyed it. I was rocking out with them, the songs I didn't know. They even did unreleased music, which I felt like, maybe they should have kept. But, neither here nor there. They did a, good job overall. I don't know, like, when did, what, mm, I, mm. all I could just say is farmer's market because they had watermelons and, I just didn't know, like, when the verses turned into the farmer's market. Like, why do you have a watermelon on stage? Did anybody clean up this watermelon juice that you so graciously let drip down your face into the stage? You and your brother right next to each other. Y'all eat watermelons together. Okay. Because if nobody cleaned that up off the floor, if I was Mario, I would have failed purposely. Check, please. So, yeah, I mean that's all I got for y'all because their verses, just like they left y'all clueless. Maybe I should leave y'all clueless. Speaking of clueless, make sure y'all watch College Hill. I love this show. It's a celebrity edition. It is funny to me. When I say speaking of, that's because Stacey Dash is in there. She's only in there for about a half of an episode. But, it's definitely funny to watch. Your boy Ray J is also in there. It's definitely funny to watch. Nene, Lamar Odom, Dream Doll, India Love, and Slim Thugger is in there. And it's actually cool seeing them in the house together and seeing them interact. I can't wait for the next episode. Oh, you already know I left out Big Frida. How can I do such a thing? I'm sorry. I say the best for last. Don't come for me, Big Frida. I ain't trying to have no bounce contest with none of you or your people because I'ma lose. Okay. Look, but it's definitely great to see them working together, and Jesus, it is hilarious because they're going back to school and allegedly, they doing it for real. Of course, on a more advanced, aggressive timeline because, of course, they're filming. But they're getting their certificate of completions and staying in the house together. And it's all different types of personalities and stuff like that, which is one of the reasons why Stacey Dash. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to give her this much clout or credit. Are you looking for the clout? I don't know if I want to give her this much clout or credit because I don't really fuck with her. But and the shit that she's done to the black culture. But she's on there for a half episode and she is like a stick in the mud. Like she don't even try. So it's definitely a great TV series to watch, College Hill Celebrity Edition. But we have come to the end of episode 4 of In My Business. With me, Jase Effu. And y'all know what I always say. Well, actually, before I get into what I always say, what I do want to say is, just like I said in the beginning of this episode, if you are stressed, if you're overwhelmed, if it's not fun anymore, take a break from what you're doing. Take a break and reset. Take a break and just allow yourself to live. Don't live by a schedule. Don't live by deadlines. Don't live by what you got to do. Live in the moment and take those moments. People, like I said, I took a break last week. I'm coming back this week, and hopefully you guys are still here. I know you guys are still here. So people are always going to be there. Even if y'all not here, it's going to be a new group of people watching. So people are always going to be there. You have to take care of you first. So if you have been questioning if it's a sign or, questioning if you should take a break or a vacation or a staycation, whatever you want to call it, this is your sign. Take care of yourself because you will not be able to give 100% to anything if you're not okay. And we have come to the end of episode 4 of In My Business. And you know what I always say. Before you speak on somebody else or before you speak on somebody else's business, ask yourself, is it my business? Peace, y'all. I love y'all. Episode 4, we are out.